Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going? Today we're playing Dota 2, but everyone has the same attack range. Everyone came together and agreed on the same distance attacking is allowed. So, the way this works is fairly simple. Everybody has 650 attack range, which is quite a lot. Like 650 attack range is actually like a really good amount. So that's good. We'll see what we can do with that. Now, in particular, I'm playing Dragon Knight here because I have a bit of a plan, right? So, Dragon Knight's Elder Dragon form gives another 350 attack range, which is really nice. So we had 1,000. And then we get... Does this not give? Okay, I guess the Black Dragon doesn't give more attack range, but we can get another 150 at level 20. So now we're at 1,150, and then we get a Dragon Lance, and now we're at 1,290. Now, that's a lot of attack range, and it's very useful, so that's very good. But it's not actually like crazy super nice to just have a ton of attack range, because everybody has a lot of attack range. And what that results in is everybody can attack everybody all the time. Like, that's kind of how the fights go, right? People just get targeted down really easily. So that's where Dragon Knight comes in, because we get Dragon Blood, which is very good for this. You know, it makes us nice and tanky, so we don't like die immediately. So yeah, that's kind of the two-pronged approach of Dragon Knight. And also, if everybody has the same range, then having more than them is really, really useful and very, very effective. So that's, I guess that kind of goes back to the first point. Oh, by the way, chat is currently in mode only because they wouldn't listen. I put them in mode only before, for their own protection. Don't worry about it, but, you know, sometimes they just get a timeout. And they seem very mad about it. Okay. Let me go out and grab this right here. Get some brief fire. Yeah. So what I did this morning, and what I'm gonna try to do this night probably. Okay, wait, let me maybe start over. Let me start from a different direction. So I'm currently, like, we're working on Sweet Dreams Alex, right? And like something that I want from the game is I want like every part of the game to feel like that's something that could, like, you know, that's like relevant to a child. Now, it doesn't need to be like 100%, like we're just gonna keep the walls as they are because they're walls and walls are fine, whatever. Also, yeah. Poison attack, very good. We'll just use the poison attack to push the tower. And you see now this is where having Dragon Blood is super handy. But I want to have everything in the game feel like it you know, like fits into that fantasy. So one of the problems I've been having though is I want to have a world that's kind of centered around like traffic elements, right? Because I think traffic is something that's pretty important. Like, I don't know, like, but I feel like that's like a big thing that you need to teach a child, is how to handle themselves in traffic and how to deal with traffic. So what I want there to kind of like be kind of like a bit of time in the game dedicated to that. And then I want to have structures in the game that like fit into this traffic world. Now, one of them I think you've already seen probably if you know anything about the game, which is traffic lights. And I feel good about traffic lights, I'm happy with them. But I've been thinking about what else to go with alongside the traffic lights. Right, like what... So currently, what we have is we have another traffic element called one-way street in the game. And I actually really don't like that they are one-way streets. I don't like that. We're gonna change them to be slides instead. Why do I not like one-way streets? I don't like one-way streets because that's not something that a child really interacts with, right? Like, one-way streets is something that a driver interacts with. One-way streets are relevant to people in cars. They're not really relevant to a child, because a child is going to be either outside of the car and dealing with, you know, the problem of there being other people in cars, or it's going to be in the car as kind of like in the back seat as a passenger. Hello. I'm just gonna go hit this tower instead. I don't know if this is gonna get me anywhere here, honestly. This might take a little while otherwise. I'm gonna get myself an Aghanims when I have that Nice fat dragon, right? Okay. But like, like I'm not so worried about this, honestly. I mean, I'm Dragon Knight, like, good luck. So anyway. It's kind of like the thought process that goes into this, right? And so, I don't like one-way streets, and we're gonna change that to be slides instead. But so now I'm thinking about, well, what other traffic element is something that kind of like applies strongly to children, and it's like relevant to children. Like, that's something I've been thinking a lot about, actually. And I don't currently have a great answer to that. That's kind of why I'm bringing it up, so maybe somebody has an idea. Now, I was talking about this with chat earlier today, and they had some suggestions, but like a lot of their suggestions still evolved around traffic rules as they apply to you and me. And that's kind of like a problem, right? Because we are adults. I assume. I don't know, some of you might not be, but I assume that a decent amount of us are. Right? And as adults, we drive. And while driving, we stick to traffic rules. But traffic rules don't really matter that much to children. Right? Stuff like, for example, a yield sign. That doesn't matter to a child. They don't give a shit about that. Right? It's not something that they need to worry about, really. So what I did this morning is I kind of just went for a walk, and I just kind of tried to pay attention to all of the elements in kind of like traffic and roads and all of that I feel like would be relevant to children specifically. And I came to the conclusion that we really do not think much about children when building our traffic systems. So that might be a problem. So that might be that might not be ideal. Kind of a different discussion though. But anyway. So that was my first realization, that there just isn't really that much attention being paid to children. And then my second idea, so this is where I'm currently at, is what I think might be good to have would be streetlights. That's my current thinking. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I remember growing up that something that I always paid attention to when I was, like, in the backseat of the car, was later at night, just kind of like driving, my mom was bringing me somewhere, is I would pay attention to the streetlights. Alright, you could see them and they go past, and that was just, like, I have this image in my head, like, of this really, the strong, significant image of that. So I'm gonna allow chat freedom now. Alright, chat, you have been freed.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
So that's like kind of what's been in what I've been thinking about, like street lights, street lamps. But I don't really know what to do with them so much. Alright, that's something I still need to figure out. But that's okay, I will maybe get there. Hello. Here, have a stun. I don't know if we can get this guy. It's kind of tanky. Probably not. Monsters can only cross through zebra crossings. Yeah, zebra stripes. Zebra crossings was another one that I was definitely considering. But like one of the problems I have with zebra crossing, and that's a problem with a lot of stuff, is that traffic lights are kind of overpowered. Let me explain that. That maybe makes not the most sense just on its own. But basically, traffic lights in traffic kind of handle like everything that can be handled by different things. So, for example, a zebra crossing isn't necessary if you have traffic lights. You don't need that. You don't need a roundabout if you have traffic lights. You don't really need much signs at all, right? You don't need yield signs, really. You don't need stop signs. You don't need any of that as long as you have traffic lights. Because, turns out, traffic lights are kind of broken. Right? Now, I really like the traffic light design and the way the traffic lights work in Alex, so I don't want to change that. But it also means that it's a bit limiting. Like a zebra crossing, like, how would that work? What would that do? Because it kind of is just a worse traffic light, you know what I mean? And that's just kind of a bit of a problem there. So what I was planning on doing tonight We'll see if Mickey comes along. But I was just gonna go and just go drive around town. Just drive in the middle of the night and just pay attention
Witty remark in the
to
form
the
of
stuff.
hilarious one-liner.
Hey, Dark Freeze. That was really funny. That was really funny and so witty. And so short. I'm very impressed. Thank you very much for the 49 months. Let me, what do we get next? We probably need an MKB, right? So that's gonna be like a bit, because like, I don't know. When I am driving, right? Or when I am in traffic in general, like I don't really pay attention to it. Like I pay attention, don't get me wrong. Like don't take this as me saying that I don't pay attention while I'm driving. But I don't like actively pay attention, right? It's been so ingrained over decades of being a person at this stage, right? I've been a person for a while now. And that at this stage I just, you know, like it's fine. I got it figured out. I don't really need any help with this. That kind of makes sense what I'm trying to say here. Alright. Hello, I'm a dragon. I've got a lot of range. Hey, you're a shitty dragon. I'm a better dragon. Yeah, nerd. Where do you think you're going, huh? Oh, I got stunned immediately. That's not so good. Slaughter! Wow. And just like a bunch of moonshots. How brutal. Alright, let me get a dragon lance here. Roundabouts are more efficient than traffic lights though for traffic speed? Sure, but that's not what I'm saying, right? Like I don't really care about how efficient it is for traffic. I'm just saying that a traffic light kind of invalidates the need for pretty much anything else. And that's why I was thinking, you know, instead of like going for another like movement blocking thing or going for another thing that restricts how you can move on the road, maybe something that's more related to traffic in a more indirect way. Where like streetlights, you need them for traffic. Streetlights are pretty important, right? I think we can all agree on that. Doesn't seem like a controversial statement. Like streetlights are good. That's my big statement for the day. I hope everybody's cool with that. Am I allowed to say that? I'm pro streetlights. Very good. But streetlights are also not really directly related to driving, right? Like you gotta see to drive, but you can drive even if there aren't any streetlights, and you can also drive when you don't need them, like during the day, right? That may sound a little bizarre when I say like, well, streetlights aren't always relevant because you might be driving during the day, but that's the kind of stuff you gotta consider, I think. A lot of game design, at least the way I think about it, feels really silly when you express it out loud like that. Can't believe you would say something so brave. I know, controversial and brave, that's really like the two words that I think describe me. So yeah. Anyway. Gotta just go ahead and beat up this tower. So yeah, look at our attack range. Oh, that's good shit. That'll be difficult to deal with even if you already have a lot of range. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to outrange people with a lot of range. Might be a bad idea, but that's what we're doing anyway.
Sunny morning in Canada.
Very good.
Have a good day, Baumi.
Hey, Lindu 12. Thank you so much for the 28 months. Well, I'm good. That's good. Good sunny morning. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, that's not so good. Ah, no. Ah. Oh no. Alright, we got a hidden. Here's some fire. Alright, we've got an assault cross. My dragon form is out, which doesn't feel so great. Oh, lifestealer. Lifestealer's just a little bit filthy, just a little bit schnasty. Gotta get an MKB here. What do streetlights do in the game, though? I have no idea. Well, that's not entirely true. I was thinking that that streetlights could either be a guiding type of thing, so like enemies maybe go there, or like maybe good dreams go there, or it could be like an avoidance things, like nightmares don't want to go through like an area illuminated by a streetlight. It could even be like a both thing where like nightmares don't want to go through an area illuminated by streetlights, but good dreams want to go through, or like can go through it. I don't know. Something, I don't know yet. I don't know. That's kind of it, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, it's difficult. That's my point. You know, it's tricky. I don't know what to do with it. That's why I'm bringing it up. I'm hoping that maybe somebody has a useful idea. Who knows? Oh, that's not so good. Alright, we go up here. And then we start attacking.
Are there any real Dota 2 mods you wish were still either popular or playable?
Hey, Dak Freeze One, thank you so much for gifting Red Steak a sub. 48 gift subs, thank you very much. And then Savory. Are there any real old Dota 2 mods you wish were either still popular or playable? I do still kind of wish there was an actual working all random like all random deathmatch OMG game. I always thought that was really funny. I always thought that was really enjoyable. And if we could get some nice multipliers with like the bot template on there, that would be a banger. I think that's something we could definitely like have a good time with and like play repeatedly. Hey, Todesschnitzel, thanks for gifting another 5. Yeah, it's September, isn't it? Subs are cheaper. Well, thank you very much. That's not to say not to cheapen what you're doing. I appreciate it, but that's not really my point. I'm just like, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Alright. Coming in. Oh, no. Oh, there's a whole situation, but it's fine. Stunned. Alright. Well, I still have a lot of range. It's just, I gotta remember that. Because even when because I've been kind of playing as if I'm a melee when I'm not transformed, but that's not true. I still have 650 range. Okay.
Get your hot dogs here!
Oh no, did you invade somebody? There's another stun. Very good. Look at us. Standing strong. Yeah. You know, I like my super range build. It's been working out pretty well, hasn't it? I mean, it's mostly Faceless Void who's really strong, but Faceless Void is just really strong. Oh, man. Maybe make streetlights super low priority movements so nightmares don't want to go through the streetlight, but will if it's the only path. Yeah, something like that. I don't know yet. Again, like, we gotta think about it a little bit. But I think streetlights are definitely kind of like are near the top of the list of structures that I'm considering. And by near the top, I mean they're currently the top. But I don't have anything else really right now. And, you know, maybe something pops up. Alright. Hey, where do you think you're going? You're not going anywhere. Look at my range. Look at my range. Alright. Come on, let's give him a break. Let's go back really quick. Thank you very much. Oh, I don't need to be in melee range. I always forget about that. Alright, we replace this, and I think I'll probably just get a Satanic, right? Do I keep Dragonlance? It feels unnecessary. Do we need a Dragonlance, really? Because if I get rid of Dragonlance, I could get like a Saint Yasha, maybe? That seems better. That seems like a lot better, honestly. Alright, let's go with that. Then a moon. Oh, yes. Alright. More attack range. Look at that. Alright, I want to see. Oh, this is the struggle, you know? They... Alright, that's fine. That is fine. Wait, why are you... Oh, these are the zombies from the Aghanim's shard. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Take these. Sell this. And I said Saint Yasha, right? And then we want to pick up a moon shard. Oh wait, already. Did I just do that? I think I just bought a moon shard. And whatever, it's fine. Just wasted some money, but that's okay. Hello. They said she has the bus stop that acts as shortcuts for nightmares. Buses are essential to children. I like that. That's cute. A bus stop. But it could be like a bad bus stop. Like you have it as like, it acts as a shortcut, but what if you can just like put like a bus stop here and a bus stop all the way over there, and it like takes them and just like zooms them over there, and it's just like, oh shit, well this is a bad spot. But that feels really powerful. So like a bus stop would need to go in like a straight line or something like that. But that seems really complicated. I wonder how you could make that work. And the bus is a cat. You mean the one from Totoro? I mean, that would be a good bus stop, I agree. Ooh, see, this is what I mean, right? We're like, it's so easy to get ganged up on. Because none of the melee ranged heroes need to actually get into melee range anymore. So you can just like gang up on people super quickly, super easily. I mean, the thing is, the bus stop could also just be on the map without you needing to build it at all. Without you being able to build it. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting thought, that's for sure. Bus stop. Huh. Ha! I'm outside of range of that! Yeah, that's right. I'm nowhere near you fools! I have the power. So we don't need to place rotars, it just flies over to another stop. Right, like the bus stop just like rotates around. And then you kind of have to time it or something. Maybe you can't like influence the entire bus route, but you can like only influence like... You can place like a stop along it or something like that. I don't know. The problem, of course, is that it still needs to be kind of like visually clear and easy to understand. But I like the bus stop. That's very good. I wouldn't have thought of that. But you're right. Yeah, I did go to school by a bus. Well, not to grade school, but like to... But after grade school, I did take the bus. Well, actually... So growing up, I kind of lived at like the last bus stop before my school, but I was still far enough away that it like walking takes like half an hour, and like, you know, like you don't really necessarily want to bike. I don't know, you don't really feel like it. Like you could get to the school if you want to without the bus, but it was just nicer to take it. But because we were the last stop, the bus was always fucking full. And something that would just regularly happen, like, I don't know, like multiple times a week. Honestly, this would just happen very, very regularly. So that the bus would just drive past me. I was at the bus stop and the bus would just go straight past because it was full. Nobody else would fit on it. And the driver would just ignore me. Oh man, I just remember that. What an asshole. Like, I don't know. What a jerk. And then I would have to like walk to school afterwards, and I would always be late.
Get your hot dogs here!
Hey, Chucks, thanks for the 38 months. Eventually I gave up on the bus. Like that was like definitely a thing, because the bus would just like would be super like I just would have no guarantee that I could actually get on the bus, because like the bus would just sometimes drive past me. So after a while I just gave up on the bus completely, and I would either just walk to school or take my bike. Yeah. Although one time a bunch of jerks, I biked to school, and then a bunch of jerks used like a bike lock to lock my bike like at the school, and I couldn't get it off. And that was really annoying, just remembering that right now as well. I don't even know who did that. It's not like I had beef with anyone. I think they just like wanted to steal my bike or something. So I spent like 2 hours at the school looking for like a way to like get rid of that. And eventually I managed to get hold of a janitor who had like a big like scissors type thing, and we like cracked it open. That was a stupid thing of them to do. Now they're down a bike lock. What a bunch of idiots. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. A bit of a shorter one today, but look, this is a very simple game mode. This is pretty much what you can expect from it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.